Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning in to the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you. What's hidden? Thank you. Outcome and advice. Next steps. Thank you. All right. All right. Wow. All right. The overall energy of today's reading is the Four of Wands in a challenge position. The Four of Wands upright is stepping further and further into celebration, committing to someone, something, and stepping into that next level of celebration and happiness. So a lot of times this is the marriage card because you're going from engagement to marriage, a celebration, further success, further happiness, joy. With it coming out as a challenge, it feels like there was a relationship that I'm tuned into that instead of each step further and further into the relationship, it leading to more and more success and happiness and celebration, it feels like you stepped into further and further challenges. Why is there this challenge? Nine of Cups in reverse. It looks like the further you step into this relationship, the more out of alignment you get, the more unhappy you get, the lack of blessings, of joy. Nine of Cups in reverse is my card for centering someone else, centering someone else's happiness. Oh boy, yeah. Six of Wands reverse, 10 of Cups reverse. There's a lack of success here. It feels like the longer you are in a relationship with someone, and as it continues to go from dating to engagement, from engagement to maybe marriage, more commitment, maybe marriage to having children, in whatever order that is for you personally, I think you believe that you're going to have more and more happiness. But what I'm getting here is that with each step into furthering a commitment with someone, it's a challenge because you're more unhappy with each step. A lack of success, a lack of energy, a lack of joy. This feels like chronic unhappiness, a lack of energy. Nothing's working. Why is nothing working? Seven of Pentacles reverse. I get the feeling that whoever you're in a relationship with is not investing into the connection, into you, into the relationship. Feels like they expect you to sit here and invest all your time, attention, and energy into them so they grow, so they expand, so they benefit. Get the feeling that you called them out early on to this type of behavior. It feels like when you entered into this relationship, you had a lot of personal strength, internal confidence. more than this person. And it feels like you spoke up at the beginning of the relationship. It looks like you were exploring a mother wound. Ooh. Okay. It looks like you thought you were entering into a partnership. Partner. Equal. We're equals here. We're in a partnership. And instead, you were exploring a mother wound. It feels like this person wanted you to be their mommy. They're emotionally immature, emotionally stunted. The thing about someone wanting a surrogate mother, especially if this is a romantic relationship, placing someone as your mommy, someone who needs to tell you how great you are, how wonderful you are, fluff your ego, nurture you, do emotionally caring things for you, uplifting you. Those type of nurturing activities are loving, oxytocin producing energies. But that type of nurturing and wanting someone to be a mommy because they've got abandonment wounds, something unhealed, wanting a partner to be a parent, your mommy, is not conducive for sexy time. When someone is wanting you to nurture and love them, someone who's refusing to grow up and meet you in a mature way and is placing themselves in a controlling, manipulative way over you, but still demanding that your time and attention is constantly uplifting, it's not conducive to fiery passion and desire. It's also hard to be excited and passionate when you're this unhappy. I get the feeling that this person that you're following deeper and deeper into commitment and becoming less and less happy is refusing to grow up emotionally. They don't want to take responsibility for their emotions and their feelings. This feels like someone who's very unhappy. And instead of figuring out and taking responsibility for their unhappiness, they want someone else to make them happy and burden their partner with making them happy. It's your job to lift me up. It does seem like it was a full-time job. It's not conducive to partnership. All right. Yeah, it feels like you're not really safe to fully express yourself. Your inner child does not feel safe in this environment. It feels trapped, guarded, owned, surveilled, kept. What does the viewer need to know about the Sun card? What does the viewer need to know about the Sun card? Feels like I'm tuned in to recognizing that this is not happiness, that the environment isn't conducive to feeling free. It doesn't feel like in this environment with this person that your inner child feels safe. It feels like it doesn't feel like you're safe to bring up concerns, desires, wants. Feels like trying to convince someone to care about you, to care that you're not happy. Feels like bringing up the same argument over and over again, only to be diminished, blocked. I think what I'm seeing here is a need to take control of your life, to take control of the decisions, take control of you, take the lead. You take control and leader of your own life. This is also Aries energy, which we're in right now. Feels like you have a lot of options out there to follow your happiness and create success for yourself. All right, let's look in what's hidden. We've got Lovers reverse, Emperor again showing up. The Emperor showing up twice with Seven of Cups. Oh, I love repeats. And then when they repeat like this, look at that. Emperor, Seven of Cups, Emperor, Seven of Cups. Wowzers. Okay. I'm getting that there are options. Anything, not anything is better than this, but exploring your options, looking at what opportunities you have, what you're interested in. This is being spoiled for options. After Lovers reverse, after stopping, not choosing this type of relationship, maybe separating from this type of relationship, and there's a need to take the lead. A leap of faith came out as a challenge to start a different cycle. If you want change in your life, you've got to make different decisions. Different decisions make with different energies, different choices. Then things start moving. I know years ago when I first started listening to other tarot readers, and I could tune into the energies, and I was like, yes, that sounds like me. And then a week would go by, 2 weeks, and I was like, why didn't that experience that it resonated so much? Why wasn't I a part of? Why didn't that happen? And it's because I didn't engage in those energies. I didn't make different choices. I was making the same choices. By embracing this Emperor energy, you become your leader. You make different decisions for yourself. You're not allowing others to decide for you. And with leap of faith in a new directions, anything new, anything different, bringing to it a beginner's mindset. I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to figure it out as I go along. I'm going to learn. I'm going to reconnect the dots in a new way, and it's okay to learn as I go. There's something very confusing about this type of enmeshed relationship. It keeps you in a fog of confusion, unable to see yourself, where you end, where they begin. For some of you, it feels like you've been in this relationship with someone for so long that it's hard to imagine a life without them. I think they bank on that. And I feel like this person, why we've got the Four of Wands in a challenge position is this person did not tell you who they were and what type of relationship they wanted. They just kept saying yes to whatever you wanted in the relationship, just to get you hooked in. This is very much has a bait and switch. To keep you purposefully confused. Feels like this person rushes in very quickly. Rushing very quickly into a relationship. So they're very close, so you can't really see what's going on. It also feels like you might have wanted, because this felt so good at the beginning, because someone is saying that everything that you want, they're like, yes. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I found someone on the same page with me. Wow. But then every time you take a next step into furthering the commitment of this relationship, this person feels more comfortable with being who they really are, which is someone who is very unhappy, depends on others to lift them up, emotionally immature. They're steeped in their mother wound. They don't invest in the relationship or you. They expect. There's an expectation of you doing all the emotional, mental, physical labor. This is also someone who just expects sexy time without ever putting any work or effort into you or the relationship, or fostering a sense of connection or safety and security in that space. All right, the outcome and advice. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I love aces. It's new energy, new ideas. This card, the Ace of Swords, this bird, a falcon, has blinders on. It feels like there's some truth that's coming out that you might have been blinded to, not seen, around Ten of Pentacles in reverse, around a lost inheritance, something that is not your happily ever after. What does the viewer need to know about this Ten of Pentacles reversed? What's the truth that's coming out? Five of Pentacles reversed, Six of Cups reversed. This type of relationship that I've been tuning into, with Four of Wands coming out as a challenge, was the type of relationship. Why it's not successful, one of the many reasons I've been identifying here, is because it requires you to abandon yourself. The further you get into this relationship and to stay in the relationship, you have to abandon you, your desires, your needs, your wants, who you are. You abandon who you are and who you want to be, and become a support character, a support role for someone very immature, with no desire to change or heal or grow up. And so it looks like this relationship was learning, I don't want to abandon myself. I'm tired. It feels like you've been exploring a mother wound of abandonment. And maybe you were raised and taught how to abandon yourself in relationships. With the Six of Cups in reverse, it looks like you're recognizing, maybe you were raised to believe that this is the best treatment you can expect. accepts being treated as less than. Feels like you've spent a lot of your life trying to convince someone comfortable and happy to care about how you feel, to care about, I am not enjoying this. What's wrong with you that you're not enjoying this relationship? It seems like that's a you issue because I'm having fun, everybody else is fine. Yeah, I'm not liking it. It feels like you've had this conversation, this argument over and over again, trying to explain, like maybe if I just say it differently, maybe if it feels like this person makes you the bad guy for even bringing up your needs, your desires. It feels like diminishing, gaslighting, making you, turning it around, Darvo, turning it around on you. What's wrong with you that you're not perceiving this? And why do you always bring this up? Well, because you've never acknowledged this. I feel like you were taught how to abandon yourself in relationships. And it looks like you're healing from that childhood mother wound and realizing I don't want to abandon myself to be in a relationship. I want a partnership. Anything else? What truth has been hidden? What truth is coming out? What truth would help the viewer? Four of Pentacles coming out as a challenge. Four of Pentacles is holding on to a foundation, holding on to this. Four of Pentacles, not believing that life could be any better. That this is as much as you deserve. This is as much, maybe I should just appreciate Four of Pentacles. Not realizing that there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pentacles. Oh, there's all these pentacles out there, different environments, different foundations. The further you get into this relationship, the longer you are in this relationship, the more dependent you become on this other person. Purposefully, made to feel insecure. So you'll continue to abandon yourself. This person doesn't want you. This also, with all the pentacles coming up, there might be financial abuse here. So you don't feel like you can afford to go your own direction. Any suggestions for those who are having the Hermit coming out as a challenge? Those are beliefs of I don't want to be alone. I need someone else. Those are just beliefs. So it looks like finding beliefs that don't support the version of you prefer to be. The willingness to go at it alone. I feel like this person might be taking advantage of your insecurities, financial insecurities, your wounds, taking advantage of your childhood wounds, taking advantage of you constantly abandoning yourself and taking advantage of a belief that you can't be alone. And so you'll tolerate really horrible treatment. Two Ace of Swords coming out. It looks like you are seeing things very differently. A lot of epiphanies coming in, a lot of truths, a lot of truths that have been hidden from you. And it feels like these truths will help you see the reality what's really going on. When you have the truth, then you can operate off of the truth. This is a lot of confusion and deception. It feels like when you walk in truth, speak your truth, embody the energy of the truth, that this energy does not this is a very manipulative person and a manipulative type of energy. And so the truth, I get the feeling that this person does not have a good foundation of truth. They don't want to see the truth about themselves. The truth cuts both ways. Someone this immature can't handle the truth because truth leads to potential of growth and greater understanding. This person wants lies and deception. They just want to be told they're such a great person and you're so wonderful and there's nothing that need. This person's more in their wounds and their ego. So, all right, there's your reading. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.